Hello guys, I'm Ankit. In this video we shall see another problem on LeetCode. Body strings. Given two strings S and goal, return true if you can swap two letters in S so that it is equal to goal, otherwise return false. So swapping letters is defined as taking two indices I and J such that if I is not equal to J, then swapping the character set S of I and S of J. So for example, swapping the indices 0 and 2. So if we swap the indices 0 and 2, the value at those positions 0 and this is 2, so A and C will be swapped, so that will give you CBAT. So this is what we do swapping, and here the problem what they have asked us to solve is, so we have to check two strings we have to check by swapping the characters at two position, can we get the goal string. So that is what they have told and we have to do that. So in the given example, if you see AB and BA, if you swap AB, then it will give you BA. Yes, you return true. If you go to the next example, AB is equal to AB. So if you swap, the only option to swap is AB only. So that will give you BA, which is not equal to AB. So you might ask, swapping is not required. It's already the strings are equal. No, you have to swap two indices. The characters at two indices, and then only you have to check whether they are equal or not. If they are equal in the beginning, then you have to return false. So swapping is must. Then if you see the next example where you have identical characters A, so you can swap this A only because you're swapping at two different positions, but they're identical characters. That is not a problem. But it should be at two different positions, right? So yes, this will give you A only. So yes, you return true. So these are the conditions which we can see to solve the problem. So let's handle all these conditions one by one. So first we have to check what if the string length, and they have not mentioned S length and goal length will be equal. So first we need to check. First we'll calculate length n comma m. So let n be for S and m be for goal. Okay. So first we have to check if what if n is not equal to m. One is AB, other is ABC. Does it make sense to swap anything and get the same string as other string? No. So just return false in this case. So this is one condition. So other condition, what if the lengths are equal? So length are equal, and what if the strings are equal? In this case you could see lengths are equal. Yes, strings are also equal. So in the example 2 and example 3, length is equal. Yes, it is. Our strings are equal. AB, yes. A, yes. So here what we need to check is, if lengths are equal, then we have to check whether strings are equal. If both the strings are equal, AB is equal to AB, A is equal to both A. But in case of AB, there is no identical characters repeatedly found. So you can't swap anything. But if you see A, it's been repeated, you can swap these two, right? So we have to check. We will create a set. Okay, if they are given A, another strings A, write it over this A, insert it A into set. Next again you go A. A is already found in set. That means yes, you can find the repeated character here and you can swap these two. If the strings are equal only, we'll check that. Okay, if yes equal to goal. In case of AB, what it will be, if you have set, first you insert A, next you go B, you insert B, which is not present in set, right? So yeah, then the string is over. So you cannot swap anything because there is no repeated characters present over the strings. So that's why you return false. So this condition only if the given string S is equal to given string goal, then you will be looking for some repeated characters in the string. Oh, if it is present, then only you can swap only those two. Otherwise, you will be returning false. This is the second case. So first case is length. If they are not equal, return false. Second case is if strings are equal, then check for some repeated characters. If it is present, you return true, otherwise you cannot swap anything. If you swap it, the already strings are equal. If you swap something, then it won't be equal, right? So you return false. So the third condition will be like this: strings are equal, strings are of same length but they're not equal. Okay, same length, n is equal to m, but s is not equal to goal. That is the third condition. If these two conditions doesn't satisfy, then we move to the third condition, right? N is equal to m and s is not equal to goal. So in this case, AB and BA length are equal, but they are not equal. Strings are not equal. Only the lengths are equal. So in this case, we have AB and BA. Let's take some other example. Okay, ABC and BAC. Okay, so in this case, AB if you swap, it will give you BAC. So yes, it is possible. But how do we check that? So for that, what we'll do is we'll create a vector. In Java, we'll be using array list. So we'll create a vector to store different indices. Okay, to store different. Start from A and give a pointer at the starting position of both the strings. Is A equal to B? No, they are not equal. So store that index 0. Okay. Next, move the pointer ahead. Go here. Again check whether B is equal to A. No. Store that pointer again. Next again move the pointer here. Again check whether C is equal to C. Yes. So we have different indices having two indices 0 and 1. And one more thing condition is what if we have, okay, this is done. So two indices. Yes, you now what is the last condition I'll tell you later. So now what is the condition to check now? How do you get, can you swap these two? So what is S of 0 must be equal to goal of 1 here, and goal of 0 must be equal to S of 1. This is what we need to check. So we have to check S of different indices of 0 must be equal to goal of different indices of 1, and S of different indices of 1 must be equal to goal of different indices of 0. You check whether A is equal to this position, B is equal to this position. Different indices you swap and check. Since while telling S is 0 is goal of 1, because we have got 0 and 1. What if we have another example? Let's say A, B, C, D, E. Other is A, B, D, C, E. So in this case, C, D is being swapped, right? So different indices, what it will give you? 0, 1, 2, 3, 2, comma 3. So in that case, you just can't give 0, S of 0, S of goal of 1. That will be wrong. That's what I'm telling. S of different indices of 0, that will be 2. So S of 2 equal to goal of different indices of 1, that is 3. So goal of 3. S of different indices of 1, that is 3 again, equal to goal of different indices of 0. So first one. So 2. Now this is proper. You can't just give S of 0 goal of 1. And one more condition which we need to check is instead of E here, let's say we have F. So then here B, okay, C is not equal to D here, then again D not equal to C here, then E not equal to F. So three indices will be there. E, okay, we'll say F here, E here, and F is not equal to E here. So four indices are different. So how much are there? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we tell like we swap 2, 3, then we can swap 4, 5? No. They have told that exactly one swapping only can be done, not more than that. Only two indices must be there. So before checking this condition, we have to check whether different indices, the vector different indices is of size 2. If it is of size 2 only, then you can check for this condition. If it is not of size 2, then you should not go to this condition itself. So that is another case which we need to take care of. So we'll implement this. First, we need to check the length. So let's say int n equal to s dot size, another variable un m. So let that be equal to goal dot size. So if n is not equal to m, then you return false. So first condition. What is m? N is equal to m. What if s is equal to goal now? So if s is equal to goal, then create an unordered set of type integer. Let's name it as c. Okay. Now for character c in string s, if seen dot count of c, if it is already present in set, then there is some repeated character, because when you go here you insert a first because set is empty, again you find a, but that is already been seen in the set. So what you have to do, you can return true there itself, because you can swap these two repeated characters, right? What if it is not present in set? Then seen dot insert of the particular character. If after the entire loop also you don't find anything found in the set already finally repeated, then we have to return true. So not return true, not return false, because you don't find any repeat character, because strings are already equal in this case, and you don't find any repeated characters. Set will contain a comma b, and you won't find any repeated character. In such case, you return false, because strings are equal and you're not finding any repeated characters. You cannot swap anything. If you swap anything, the strings will of course get changed. So this is the second condition. Now let's move on to the third condition. So for this third condition, this we need not to check here, because if this becomes false, this becomes false, only then we go to third condition. Here you have to, let's create a vector. It is two different indices. Okay, in Java I'll be using array list. So run the loop. Any length you can take, either m or n, because in only if they are equal we move on to this condition. So if s of I, if it is not equal to goal of I, then we have to add, right? You have to push back of I, that index. So once it is pushed back, at the end you have to check return. So what you have to check first, the different indices dot size must be equal to 2. That is one condition. If it is equal to 2 only, then we move on to this condition, right? So how do we check? Again, s of different, okay, indices of 0, if that is equal to goal of different indices of 1, okay, and s of different indices of 1, that must be equal to goal of different indices of 0. If all the three conditions satisfies, only then you can swap those letters. So in this case, that will get satisfied. But if you move to other case like this, the size will only be 4 different indices. You will not do, or else let's say a b c d we have. In this case, a not equal to c, b not equal to d, right? We have 0 comma 1. But s of 0, is it equal to goal of 1 here? No, this is not equal, right? So we'll return false. That is how we solve the problem. So we will run this and check. Um, okay. Yes, it's been passed. So we'll look into the Java logic also. So you find a length. If the length is not equal, return false there. If the two strings are equal, then what you look? You create a set and you find for some repeated character. If it is present, you return true. Otherwise, you return false. Then you create a different indices of size 2 only here. So if in case here what we did is, if we found the different indices count, if it is equal to 2, then you just return false. More than 2 it cannot be having. So here itself we have checked the condition and return true, whether all these characters, swapping those characters will get satisfied or not. So we will submit this and also check it. Yes, successfully submitted. If you understood the concept, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll come up with another video in the next session. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.